So you know what's better than hot men? Hot men that are woke. You have like the looks and you got the brains to be an intersectional feminist. That's like some next level shit. These are just like my guilty pleasure, super woke men that I like to thirst over when I feel like giving myself a pick-me-up. It is definitely not my intention to say that you have to look this way and to be this smart in order to be an acceptable human being. I really hope that's not coming off that way. If it is, please let me know. I know you didn't come here for me, you came here for the hot men, right? So let's get into it. The first one that I have is Nev Schulman, who most people would know from either Attention or from MTV. I guess he's more otter than bear, or maybe he's a cub. No, he's too tall for a cub. He makes a lot of videos with his wife, who is adorable and very lucky to have him, or whatever. He talks about, the inequality between maternity and paternity leave, the gender wage gap in general, the way that other countries are a lot better about creating equality between men and women in the workforce. There's just something kind of endearing that you have a really well-defined body, but like you can't really see his well-defined body because he's got like a lot of hair going on, but you can kind of see it, like you can kind of see like the hair like kind of fold into the crevices of his abs a little bit. Next, I have Van Jones. Van Jones looks fucking hot for his age. Damn. His beard situation is always like very perfectly kept. His skin looks amazing. I want to know what moisturizer he uses for his face and also for his hands. And like when you listen to him talk, like he has like just the silkiest, like most unintentionally seductive, which makes it even more seductive and sexy, voice. He has like this 3-part series that I was actually inspired by on his Facebook page, where he sits down with Trump supporters and he kind of has it out with them. Like he has like a very civil but very firm conversation with them. It legitimately created hope for me for this country, even though most other moments of my life I don't feel that much hope. I never really see him dress in anything besides a suit, but I'm okay with it, Let me say, when you see him, like, that he's fit. That he takes care of himself. I just imagine cuddling up with him and like discussing all of the deep meaning in Get Out. I'd be able to talk about the unfortunate history of anti-Black sentiment within the Asian American culture that was called out in that movie, and then we get really turned on by each other's wokeness, and then we do other stuff. This is an obvious one, so I'll try to get through this quickly. Justin Trudeau. I understand that there was recently a picture going around of young Justin Trudeau with no shirt on. He looks so good. His body is probably still great. The fact that he's like leading Canada is obviously sexy because power is pretty sexy. The fact that he's humble about it is sexy. The fact that he's always has to be in a suit is sexy again. I think I really got into him from watching his interview on Vox.com. Also, when he was being interviewed on The Daily Show, he was speaking very eloquently about how, Canada is planning on letting in as many Syrian refugees as needed because we live in a world that's full of risks, and the way to prevent those risks is not to be discriminatory, it's to create a very inclusive society. He always tries to talk about the indigenous people that have been facing a lot of injustices in the past in Canada. And I always hear him talking about feminism and how his partner always checks him whenever he says something off or wrong. He filled his cabinet full of like super diverse people. I really wish that we had administration that did that. That's not the case yet. Obvious choice, let's move on. Let's talk about Hasan Minhaj. I am such a huge fan of him. His beard game is always on fucking point. No, not even his beard, like his whole hair situation, his beard as well as just like how perfectly coiffed his hair is. I don't know how much time he puts and how much gel he puts up in that thing to make it look as perfect and as slick as it always looks on TV, but he cleans up. Again, I'm sorry that there aren't a lot of shirtless pictures in here, but like look at him in his suit. He looks great. He looks so sexy. Like he's not just handsome, he's not just woke, he's funny. So he like fits the trifecta. I just love listening to him talk because like he knows how to ride that line of between being funny but also being educational and calling out bullshit, usually white supremacy or Christian supremacy. Suits just make you all the more hot. Like once you have a good picture of yourself in a suit, it just ups your impression of them for every other picture. I can't quite explain what it is, but I hope that you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. This is the last one. So I'm so excited to share this person with you because I literally felt my boy parts like sing when I first saw this man on AJ+. AJ+ is great. They make really great content, really smart content, totally up my alley. But then I saw a dude that I wish was up my alley. Shihab-eldin. Let me tell you, the first time that I saw him on AJ+, like it was like actually love at first sight. I think the video that I saw him was like, talking about how alt-right is just code for being white supremacists. And that was when I knew that we were meant to be together. Okay, I'm a very selfish person, but I would give up a lot of things if I knew that if I gave those things up, I could be his boyfriend. I'm pretty sure he doesn't even swing my way, but you know what? That's fine. Let me have this, let me live, let me dream. Like look at this man's beard situation. He just has the right amount where like you just want to rest your head on it. He has like a spot where like there's no hair growing, which I kind of find hot. You see him posting a few pictures of him being shirtless, and like, from those pictures, you know that he knows that he's hot, but he's humble enough to not post like just full-on shirtless pictures. You know, like he'll show like a little bit of arm here and there. He'll show himself shirtless, but it'll be like a really wide, like far off shot. It'll just be like, you know, showing a little bit of his shoulders. He's such a tease, and that just makes him hotter, you know? I get butterflies whenever I see him. Like, I almost feel like I've already gone through a whole relationship with him. That's not creepy. Again, like I can feel heat building in here. I hope you enjoyed me going over and you enjoyed watching me thirst over not just hot men, but woke men this time. I upgraded your life again. You're welcome. The bill will be in the mail. I hope you got your life, because I certainly did. So please feel free to share with me any hot woke men that you follow on Instagram that I can get into. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. It would really help me out. I'm gonna say the cause of the week is the Glisten Foundation, because they fight to help educate people on LGBT people. And with the current sentiments about trans people, I think it's definitely important to address that. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching again. I'll see you next week. Bye.